Hi guys, it's Mark from Burn Bibles, back with a little video that I've decided to do today. I've had a delivery of two new Bibles. Sorry, I'll just move a couple of these things out of the way. A couple of new Bibles from Trinitarian that I am... Well, currently I have the Westminster here in black Mariva calfskin, which is one of my personal favourite Bibles, one that I strongly recommend that people take a look at if they're looking for a good New King James Reference Bible. I've got one for myself, so this is actually going to be my personal Bible, so I'm going to break it open today and we're going to actually break the Bibles in. And I do have this one as well, which is a Windsor text Bible, which is a Bible that I've liked the look of for a while. This is again, the black calfskin version, genuine calfskin leather. So this looks like a quality Bible as well. It is a text Bible, and I tend to find that text Bibles aren't anywhere near as popular as reference Bibles. I don't know how many text Bibles I've sold, to be honest. Perhaps only a couple, two or three. But this one looks really nice, so we're going to have a look at it. And because we've not looked at this one in any great detail before, let's have a little look at it. I do notice that this Bible comes with a slipcase, which is something that I really like. So hopefully it will stay in there, because it just gives the Bible that little bit of protection, and I much prefer slipcases to clamshell cases or two-part boxes. So I am a big fan of this. So let's get into this, the Windsor text Bible. All Trinitarian Bibles tend to come with this sort of grid, apart from the Westminsters, which don't tend to. And it will tell you a little bit about the cover on this Bible, which is genuine calfskin leather. It's got a sewn binding. It's printed on what they call Bible paper. It has gilt edges. It has two marker ribbons, head and tail bands, and that's about it. All Windsor Bibles also have these features, which is presentation page, epistle dedicatory, a list of pronunciations, Bible word list, and a Bible reading plan, and there is a sample of the text. And the ISBN number in question is on there. And this is a Bible that, if I like this, I think will be retailing as well. So, wow, that's really quite nice as it comes out of the packaging. We'll see if we can catch the grain there in the light. Feels very nice. It doesn't smell overly leathery, but very nice all the same. Simple spine. And let's take a look in. So we have the calfskin cover. This is a brand new Bible, fresh out of the shrink. It has a vinyl paste down liner, and it has a couple of presentation pages on card. So thankfully we hopefully won't get as much wrinkled paper on the inside. And then we come to the title page, and it is printed and bound in the Netherlands by Youngblood. You'll see that on the inside cover. Again, there's a description of the bindings here and a contents page which tells us that we've got and where. So we have that epistle dedicatory there, and then we're into the Old Testament, and we've got this really nice font here. It is a new and modern font. It's a digital font. Let's just go back to zooming out a bit. And I really like it. It's probably about a, I don't know, 7.5 or 8 point font. Probably an 8 point. It's not overly bold, but it's certainly very clear. We've got some running headers across the top here, and some page numbers in there as well. I'm noticing that the gilding is very nice. I do like these headbands up here with the two ribbons. That's quite nicely presented. But let's go through and just sort of break this Bible in. So all we're going to do is, and the reason we do this is just to ease the tension on the spine instead of cracking it open in the middle and potentially stretching the binding right in the middle. What we want to do is gradually stretch the binding so that there's a bit of give in every section of the binding, and we do that by just collecting some pages from the front and the back, roughly the same amount, and we just let them drop, and then we just ease those pages down so that we're just sort of asking the binding at the outer edges to stretch a little bit, and then we work our way into the middle, and we're just stretching the binding gradually. This is good practice really for any sewn binding that you have on books as well, but certainly Bibles that we're hoping that will last us a long time. We want to do that carefully. So that's why I tend to do this for my own Bibles, so that I can get into using them straight away without worrying about the binding. So we just add a little bit of pressure to the collection of pages as we drop them down, so that we ease the spine, the stress on the spine. So that's what we're doing. We're just working our way towards the middle, and we've got ribbon markers that are tucked in. We'll just tuck them down, and I think as we go through this process, you'll see that this is a really nice Bible. This isn't an expensive Bible. This retails for just over £40, so we'll probably be selling it for just under 40, something like that. And it's really quite nice. Has a nice clear text. This paper is nice and smooth. Reminds me of the paper in the Concord a bit, which is a lot more expensive Bible from Cambridge. And we're just working our way through it. Now, you will notice as well that this Bible is not a red letter, so if you're not a fan of red letter Bibles, then you may want to give this one a look, as will you with the Westminster as well, for they are all black letter Bibles, no red letters there. So we're nearly into the middle now, we're into the Psalms, and we just feel like we've eased the pressure off this binding. Let's just do one more there in Ecclesiastes. And you can go through that and do it again a few times. As you're doing it as well, you're separating the pages in case any are stuck together with their with the gilding. But to be honest, as we've had a little run through of this Bible, I haven't seen much clumsy spraying with the gilding myself, so these pages all seem quite well separated anyway. They're not stuck together with that gold gilt page edges. It's a very attractive Bible this is, and I've noticed that the dimensions are really quite nice. It's about hand sized, and it's nice and slim as well, so this could be a great carry around Bible. And if you're just reading or perhaps even preaching, I don't see why you need references for that. I only really need a reference Bible if I'm doing some study at home, or if I'm in a Bible reading, for example, or a Bible discussion group, and I find that having the references are good because it can often give you ideas for, other thoughts, parallel thoughts and things like that. So all in all, we've just unboxed this Bible, I've broken it in, and so far so good. Very impressed with that. So we'll put that back in its slipcase, just like that, and there it goes. It's ready to go onto the shelf. Really nice, very impressed with that. And now let's come to the sort of cream, if you like, the jewel in the TBS crown, the Westminster, which has been a very popular Bible for them. Let's open this up. Certainly it's been a good Bible for us as well. We've seen some of these sold. And it is a Bible I'm recommending, along with the Concord. The Concord, of course, being a bit more expensive. But if you're looking for a King James Version reference Bible, certainly recommend the Concord. But I would also mention to take a look at this, because it is a new presentation of the King James Version, which follows still a fairly traditional format, in that it is dual column and verse by verse, not paragraph or single column. So this is the clamshell box. I'm not a huge fan of them because they're just so difficult to open, sort of thing, and yeah, it probably won't end up living in that, whereas this can go onto the bookshelf and be taken around with you. Just gives the Bible a bit of protection at least. So the Westminster Bible, 2012, I believe this was brought out kind of in conjunction with the 400th anniversary of the King James Bible, similar to the Clarion in that regard. There was a couple of new Bibles that came out around that town. Really nice 9.6 font text, which I just find really easy on the eye, fantastic to look at. And this is bound in the black Mariva calfskin leather. We've got ISBN numbers there. This is for sale on the Burton Bible's website. I think it retails for £60, so we sell it for just a little bit less than that. Beautiful. This is a different calfskin to the calfskin seen on this Bible and the Ruby. I dare say the Ruby and this Bible are cheaper calfskin leathers, but this is a nice Mariva calfskin. It really is. You can tell it's different. It's got a nice ironed calfskin feel to it. The gilding is really nice, flawless. It has two red ribbons and two black ribbons, I believe. So you're going to get double bubble, as they say in this Bible. Really nice, simple spine again, but I do like it. I like that Westminster reference Bible there. You've got nice detail there on the head and tail bands as well. So really do like this Bible. The leather feels great. Do a quick smell test. Yeah, this is definitely, you can smell the leather on this one. It's really, really nice. And you can just make out that smooth grain there. So the Trinitarian Westminster, a Bible that I like quite a bit, really is a full-featured reference Bible, and we're just going to take some time to break this one in as well. So same process again, just a few pages from the front, a few pages from the back, let them fall down, and just apply a little bit of pressure, just with your hand weight sort of thing, just to ease that spine, ease those threads. Apply gradual pressure, working from the outside in, just to put a little bit of stretch on them, instead of just, you know, opening the Bible and opening it right in the middle, and letting that stretch all out in the middle. You just want to do it a bit more gradually, and straight away you can see that this is a beautiful, beautiful Bible. Great print, great paper, feels awesome paper. I mean, just look at that. It just reminds me, I think the reason why I like it as well is it reminds me of the Thompson Chain Reference Bible. We've certainly got 200,000 references in this Bible. And that 8-column sort of format, you know, with 2 columns of text there and 2 outer columns of references, reminds me a lot of the Thompson Chain. And as you well know, I have been bitterly disappointed with some of the offerings from Kirkbride in relation to that Bible. So it's really refreshing to get a Bible that retails for so little, well, relatively little, that ticks all the boxes and is super impressive with the production quality. Really like this. Trinitarian being a UK-based publisher, fairly small publisher probably, although getting known around the world now because they are producing such great quality Bibles. But this is certainly a outstanding Bible, and if you're a fan of the King James Version, as I am certainly, this is well worth a look at because it's just a little bit different. It's fresh, it's modern, but it's time tested and true, and I do like that. Look at that text. It opens flat. We're there in Isaiah. Beautiful weight to it. The cover isn't massively flexible. You can see that it's not flopping, but you know, flop in my view is overrated. Yes, it's nice sometimes, but sometimes you need that cover just to give you a little bit of resistance so that it is still readable in the hand. You know, you need it to still be you know, to read it from different angles, especially if you're preaching with your Bible in your hand. So I'm just going to take the time to go through this again because I want to start using this Bible for my daily readings and things like that. As you know, my daily readings has been going really well this year. I'm reading through the Bible in a year with the New Testament and Psalms twice, I think that's how it goes anyway. So there's quite a few chapters to read each day. It's a bit more ambitious reading plan. And because of that, I've been sort of testing and trying out different Bibles. I have done... I started off with a cheap entry-level Zondervan KJV, but it just didn't... I just wanted to use a different Bible. I wanted to jot around, so I've been using other Bibles that have come in for me to take a look at that I'm considering for the website, and it's been able it's been really good to get a flavour for what the Bible is like before I put it onto the channel. So I've been using the Derby. In fact, here is the Derby Bible, which has just been, again, another awesome quality Bible from a little-known UK publisher that we've been able to get into the spotlight a bit more because they're just fantastic. And I've been using the CSB as well. I think I mentioned that in a recent video. Really like the CSB translation, a modern translation, but one that seems to have struck a nice balance, if you like. So we're back in Isaiah again, actually, and this one is also, as you can see, not a red letter Bible, as we've said. So it is a black letter Bible, and you'll notice that it's got these chapter headings that sort of take up the two columns in this case, so it adds a bit of a page break, which I quite like because that's another demarcation point for the chapter. And as we flick through this, the paper feels outstanding. Not overly thin, so that you feel like you're damaging the pages. Sometimes when I flick through the Concord, I felt like the paper was a little bit too thin. This is really nice. This feels a little bit more robust. And the great thing about the Westminster is that it has a full suite of helps in the back. So here we are at the back of the Bible, and we've got a table of weights and measures. Quite a bit there of information. We've got a list of words and proper names with their pronunciations. So that's quite extensive. We have a daily reading plan, which I think takes you through the Bible in a year, or 2 years actually, through the whole Bible once in 2 years, the Psalms and New Testament twice. And then we get into our Concordance, which is lengthy. It goes from page 1521 through to, so 1521. We have a few blank pages there as well, which could be used for notes with a micron. In fact, there's quite a bit. You could certainly make use of them. All the way through to 1659, so you're looking at about 130 pages, which is pretty extensive, with plenty of notepaper as well. And then there are some maps in the back as well, which are on card, non-glossy cardstock, which I like. Not a big fan of glossy maps. I think there's 8 maps altogether, so that's great. And then you've got a few end sheets of card and this vinyl paste down again, which is actually quite neatly done. No perimeter stitching in this Bible, but even still, for £55, £57, something like that, this is not bad at all. It's a beautiful, beautiful Bible. So we've broken it in. Again, the pages don't feel too stuck together. So I'm ready and raring to go with this TBS Westminster KJV Reference Bible, adding it to the collection and hopefully be in regular rotation in my daily reading plan. So I hope you've enjoyed that little look at the Windsor, and we'll be doing full review on the Windsor later. The Westminster we've already featured quite a bit, but I hope that was useful, and to just see how we break in these new Bibles, and hopefully that was interesting to you guys. So God bless, hope you're all well, and we'll catch up on another video soon. Thank you, bye.